Picture this. Early morning in a Tokyo park. A 92-year-old grandmother casually bends forward and touches her toes like it's nothing. No groaning, no bracing on a chair, just smooth, effortless movement that would make many 50-year-olds jealous. Meanwhile, in many Western countries, people in their 60s struggle to put on socks without sitting down. So what's going on here? Researchers studying healthy aging in Japan noticed something unusual about older adults who can still sit on the floor and stand up with minimal support well into their 80s. These elders weren't relying on supplements, fancy equipment, or gym memberships. Instead, they were consistently doing a small set of simple movements every night before bed, using the body's natural repair window during sleep to keep their joints mobile and pain-free. In this video, you'll learn 5 of those nightly movements, how to do them safely, and how to put them together into a 12-minute pre-bed routine you can start tonight. Before we dive in, comment below with your age and where you're watching from. The community here is full of inspiring seniors and caregivers, and reading your stories helps shape future videos. Welcome to Viral Stride. Now, let's get started with move number 5. Move number 5 is the seated forward fold, sometimes described as a nightly reset button for the back of the body. Sit on the floor with your legs straight out in front of you, spine tall, as if a string is gently lifting the top of your head. Slowly walk your hands forward along your legs, only going as far as you can while breathing calmly. No bouncing, no yanking, just allowing gravity to work. Holding this position for a couple of minutes helps ease tension in the hamstrings and lower back and encourages a slow myofascial release, where tight connective tissues begin to soften and reorganize. Over time, gentle forward fold work like this can reduce perceived back stiffness and improve how far you can comfortably reach without pain. Do this right before bed, when your body temperature is naturally dropping and muscles tend to be more pliable. Think of warm taffy versus cold. This is when your tissues are most willing to lengthen. Take deep belly breaths, and on each exhale, allow your body to sink a tiny bit deeper without forcing it. If the floor is uncomfortable, sit on a folded blanket. If you only reach your knees at first, that's perfectly fine. Consistency matters far more than how perfect the stretch looks. Move number 4 is the lying spinal twist, which looks incredibly relaxed but can be transformative for a stiff spine. Lie on your back with both knees bent and feet flat. Gently let your knees fall to one side while keeping your shoulders on the floor, arms stretched out in a T shape. Hold for about 60-90 seconds, then switch sides. Twisting positions like this can help decompress the small joints between the vertebrae that get compressed during the day from gravity and prolonged sitting or standing. People who regularly practice gentle spinal twists often report feeling looser in the back, moving more freely when turning to check blind spots while driving, or reaching into the back seat without that familiar twinge. To deepen the effect, breathe into the side of your rib cage that feels stretched. You should feel that area expand like a balloon. This helps mobilize the rib joints and the small intercostal muscles between the ribs, which often become tight from years of shallow breathing and poor posture. If your lower back feels sensitive, place a pillow between your knees to keep your pelvis aligned. Stay long enough for your nervous system to relax. Often, the real benefits start after the first minute. Move number 3 is the classic cat-cow, but done in a slow, wave-like rhythm. Position yourself on your hands and knees. As you inhale, let your belly soften toward the floor while you lift your chest and tailbone, the cow position. As you exhale, round your spine toward the ceiling, drawing your belly gently toward your spine, the cat position. This gentle rocking of the spine helps it move segment by segment instead of as one stiff block and can improve the flow of fluid around the spinal cord and brain. Better spinal movement and fluid dynamics are linked with reduced morning stiffness, improved balance, and, in some studies, better sleep quality in older adults who regularly perform simple, low-impact mobility work. Aim for about 2 minutes of continuous, smooth movement without jerking or rushing. Imagine your spine like seaweed moving in gentle waves. If your wrists are sensitive, You can come down onto your forearms or place a folded towel under your hands. Over a couple of weeks, the wrists usually adapt and feel stronger. When matched to your breathing, this flow often leaves people feeling as though their spine has been oiled from the inside. Move number 2 targets 2 areas most people neglect: the ankles and hips. Sit comfortably, for example, on your bed, with one leg extended. Draw imaginary circles with your ankle, about 10 in one direction, then 10 the other, before switching sides. The ankle is a complex structure with many small joints and soft tissues, and ankle mobility is crucial for balance and safe walking, especially in older adults. Reduced ankle range of motion is associated with slower gait speed and higher fall risk in seniors. Simple daily movements like ankle circles help keep these joints moving, which supports better stability and can indirectly reduce strain further up at the knees and hips. After the ankles, lie on your back and bring one knee toward your chest. Draw slow, controlled circles with that knee so the hip joint moves in multiple directions, about 5 circles each way, then switch sides. Unlike walking, which mostly moves the hip forward and back, circular patterns take the joint through rotation and side-to-side motion, supporting more complete joint lubrication and long-term mobility. People who regularly work on hip rotation often find it easier to get into and out of cars, bend to tie their shoes, and perform everyday tasks that once felt awkward or stiff. Keep the circles small and painless at first, and gradually increase the size as your range improves. Move number 1 is the simplest to perform, but often the most powerful. Legs up the wall. Lie on your back with your buttocks a short distance from a wall, and place your legs vertically up against it. Your knees can stay slightly bent, and you can put a folded blanket under your hips for extra comfort. Stay in this position for about 2 to 5 minutes, breathing slowly and deeply. Elevating the legs uses gravity to assist lymphatic and venous return from the lower body. That means fluid that has pooled in the legs all day is encouraged to move back toward the torso, where it can be processed and cleared, which may help reduce swelling and feelings of heaviness. Gentle inversion like this can also decrease load on the spine and give the discs a chance to rehydrate when combined with adequate sleep and hydration. Many older adults who practice a legs-up-the-wall routine before bed report less morning joint stiffness, fewer nighttime bathroom trips caused by leg fluid shifting only after lying down, and deeper, more continuous sleep. If you have serious cardiovascular or circulation conditions, always check with your healthcare provider before using prolonged leg elevation. Otherwise, start with just a couple of minutes and build up gradually as your body adapts. These 5 movements, done gently and in this order, typically take about 12-15 minutes. 1. Seated forward fold, about 2 to 3 minutes 2. Lying spinal twist, about 1 to 2 minutes per side. 3. Cat-cow undulation, about 2 minutes 4. Ankle and hip circles, about 2 to 3 minutes total 5. Legs up the wall, about 3 to 5 minutes. Think of this as nightly joint hygiene, similar to how brushing and flossing protect teeth. Research on older adults consistently shows that simple, regular mobility and balance work has a strong impact on independence, fall risk, and quality of life. You are training your body to stay confident on the floor, in the car, on the stairs, and in all the small moments that make up daily living. If you stay consistent for 3 months, you may notice getting out of chairs feels easier, morning stiffness fades faster, and your movements feel more fluid. At 6 months and beyond, many people describe feeling as though they have rolled back their physical age compared with peers who remain sedentary. Now it's your turn. Which everyday movement has become toughest for you? Getting off the floor, reaching behind your back, or turning to look over your shoulder while driving? And which of these 5 are you going to try tonight? Share in the comments below, and if you found this helpful, hit like and subscribe so more seniors and caregivers can discover these simple, science-backed habits.